Hello students, in the last video we have discussed about the theory portion of recursion and we have taken the example of to do that, right? So practically in programming also we will see about or see the example of factorial only, alright? So the header files will write ourselves at the beginning, then so we will indicate a function. Okay, we'll declare the function, or you can say we'll write the prototype. So what does the function prototype do, or what does the function declaration do? It tells the compiler what type of function, or the name of the function, the return type means what type of output the function will give, and the parameter with that function. Okay, so about the function declaration, prototype and definition I have discussed in a video regarding function, so I'll give the card link here so you can go visit that video and go through it. Okay, so next, so now we'll take a variable n where the user will enter the number whose variable he wants to find. तो एक वेरिएबल लूंगा n जहाँ यूजर क्या करेगा, वो नंबर डालेगा जिसका फैक्टोरियल उसको चाहिए. ठीक है, तो अभी आई लास्ट द यूजर टू एंटर. ठीक है, so let me type this function first, then we'll discuss. Okay, so the thing here, what we are doing here, we are calling the function factorial of n. So the compiler, whenever it will read the function name factorial of n, it will jump to the function or portion of code where factorial of n is there. जब भी कंपाइलर फैक्टोरियल ऑफ n इस लाइन में फैक्टोरियल ऑफ n पढ़ेगा तो वो क्या करेगा, वो डायरेक्ट जंप करके जाएगा कहाँ, जहाँ पे फंक्शन फैक्टोरियल ऑफ n का बॉडी है या फिर डेफिनेशन है. ठीक है, उस पोर्शन में जाएगा, फैक्टोरियल ऑफ n को सॉल्व करेगा, रन करेगा और उसका आउटपुट जो भी आएगा उसको यहाँ में लाके स्टोर कर या यहाँ में लेके आ जाएगा. ठीक है, चलो देखते हैं फिर. तो अभी मेन फंक्शन लिख लिया. नाउ विल राइट द फंक्शन और विल राइट द कोड फॉर द फंक्शन factorial. Okay, so in the example, theoretical example, we have taken f of n. So that f of n is here represented by factorial of n. All right, So as we have said, the condition is if n is greater than or equal to 1, it will follow what? And into f of n minus 1 was there in the theoretical example. So here it will be n into factorial of n minus 1, right? Else means अगर n 1 या 1 से ज़्यादा नहीं हुआ, that is n अगर 0 हुआ तो क्या होगा? Else क्या वैल्यू रिटर्न करेगा? It will return 1, right? That what we have discussed in our last video, right? So if you have doubt, please visit my last video, clear the theory portion with the example. After that, come and see the programming part. Okay, so in the last video we have discussed how this process works, right? So there we have taken the value of n as 4. So say here user enters the number as 4, so value of n becomes 4, right? So whenever the compiler comes here and read this, when the compilers find this factorial of n, it will jump to this portion, right? So here it will check n is n greater than or equal to 1, is 4 greater than 1, yes. So it will do what? 4 multiplied by factorial of 3. So again when the compiler reads factorial of 3, it will jump again to this portion, but now n value is 3, not 4, right? So it will come here, is 3 greater than 1, yes. So when it is yes, it will run this form. So now 3 into 3 into factorial of 2, right? It becomes 3 into factorial of 2. So again when the program or compiler sees factorial of 2, it will jump here. So it will keep on happening until and unless n becomes 1 minus 1 minus 1 0. So when n becomes 0, it will jump here, then it will check is n greater than or equal to 1. 0 is not greater than or equal to 1, so it will come to the else portion and it will return 1, right? So let's save it and compile it. Say compilation done. Let's run it. Enter the number, say 4. Okay, so okay, so problem it is showing. Oh yeah, so the for long we use not L, it is LD, alright. Let's see now. Run. So as we have taken example for 4, let's see for 4. See 4 factorial is 24, right? Let's check for another number again. Run. Say 10. 10 factorial is okay. Let's check for another number. Say 5. 120, right? So answer are coming. Okay. So it is a very important question, or sorry, it is a very important topic for computer science. Okay, recursion you have to use in many places. All right, so understand it very nicely. Okay, go to my last video, see, get cleared in the theory portion, then come to the practical portion. It will be very easy for you. Okay, so I hope you have understood. Any doubt or query, you can contact me. And for okay, so you can contact me if there is any doubt or query. Okay, thank you.